What's up, Bulls Nation? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is something truly special because we're diving deep into a move that has absolutely rocked the basketball world. Kevin Durant is officially a Chicago Bull. Now, I know what you're thinking. How did we get here? How did the Bulls, a team that's been on the cusp of greatness for the past few seasons, manage to land one of the most prolific superstars in the history of the game? Well, let's take a step back, break this down, and get into all the details about this blockbuster move that will change the future of the franchise forever. First off, let's talk about how this all went down. The NBA offseason is always full of surprises, but this year felt a little different. As soon as rumors about Kevin Durant potentially leaving Brooklyn started swirling, the NBA world went into a frenzy. Durant is one of the best players of his generation, and his departure from the Nets was inevitable. What followed were months of speculation about where he might end up. Some people thought he would go to Miami to team up with Jimmy Butler. Others figured he'd end up in Phoenix, where he could join forces with Devin Booker and Chris Paul. But then, out of nowhere, a report dropped. The Chicago Bulls, yes, the Chicago Bulls, were in serious talks to acquire KD. At first, it seemed like another rumor, just another one of those trade speculations that fans get excited about before they fizzle out. But as the days went on, the reports kept coming, and it became clear that this wasn't just a pipe dream. The Bulls were all in on Durant. And then, it happened. The unthinkable. Kevin Durant was officially traded to the Chicago Bulls in a massive, multi-team deal that sent shockwaves throughout the NBA. The trade was complex, involving multiple teams, a handful of draft picks, and several players being moved around. The deal wasn't just big because of Durant's name, it was huge because of what it represented. The Bulls, a team that had been searching for that next step, had finally made the move to become a true contender again. For those of you who remember the days of Michael Jordan and those 6 championships in the 90s, you know how much this franchise means to the city of Chicago. So when Durant stepped into the Windy City, it felt like the Bulls were ready to turn the page on a new chapter, one that could see them back at the top of the NBA hierarchy. So, what does Kevin Durant bring to the Chicago Bulls? Well, that's where things get really exciting. Let's start with what Durant can do on the court. This is a guy who's not just a scorer, he's a generational talent. Durant is one of the most versatile players the game has ever seen. Standing 6'10" with a nearly 7'5" wingspan, his size alone makes him a matchup nightmare for anyone in the league. But it's not just his physicality. It's his skills. He can shoot the ball from anywhere, whether it's deep three-pointers, mid-range jumpers, or finishing at the rim. Durant's scoring ability is not just about volume, it's about efficiency. He's one of the most efficient scorers the NBA has ever seen, and his ability to get buckets in clutch moments is unmatched. He's done it time and time again in the finals, and now he brings that same mentality to Chicago. If the Bulls needed one thing, it was that clutch factor. And Durant has it in spades. But Kevin Durant isn't just about scoring. He's also an excellent rebounder and a fantastic defender. He may not be known for locking down guys like Kawhi Leonard or LeBron James, but Durant is a great team defender. He can guard multiple positions, whether it's a shooting guard, a small forward, or even power forwards and centers in some matchups. His shot blocking ability is something that doesn't get talked about enough either. He's not a pure rim protector like Rudy Gobert, but Durant's length and timing make him a shot-altering force on the defensive end. And let's not forget his basketball IQ. KD is one of the smartest players in the league. He can read defenses, make quick decisions, and he's just as adept at setting up his teammates as he is scoring the ball. Now, let's talk about how Kevin Durant fits with the Chicago Bulls. The chemistry between Durant and his new teammates is going to be crucial. The Bulls already have 2 all-star caliber players in Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, and now they have a third in Durant. What does that do for the team? Well, it changes everything. The scoring trio of Durant, LaVine, and DeRozan is going to be one of the most dynamic in the league. Imagine trying to defend that. You've got Levine, one of the most athletic players in the NBA, attacking the rim and knocking down deep threes. You've got DeRozan, an elite mid-range shooter who can also get to the basket and create for others. And then you've got Durant, arguably the best offensive weapon of the three. Defenders are going to have nightmares trying to figure out how to stop all of them. The offensive spacing that Durant brings is something the Bulls have been missing for a while. Levine and DeRozan are great, but neither of them is quite the same kind of floor spacer that Durant is. His ability to stretch the floor will open up so much for both of them. But the Bulls' new big three is only part of the story. Let's talk about the rest of the roster and how they're going to contribute. Nikola Vucevic, the Bulls' starting center, is going to play a massive role alongside Durant. Vucevic can space the floor as a shooting big man, and he's a reliable rebounder. He's going to have more room to operate now that defenses have to focus on Durant and the other perimeter players. But Vucevic's biggest contribution is going to be on the boards. With Durant on the team, the Bulls are going to need someone who can grab those key rebounds in clutch situations, and that's where Vucevic can make his mark. Then there's Patrick Williams, the Bulls' young forward. Patrick's development has been one of the biggest storylines for Chicago over the past few seasons. With Durant on the team, Williams is going to have a unique opportunity to learn from one of the best in the game. Durant has always been known for his work ethic, and his ability to bring the best out of his teammates is something that could elevate Williams' game to new heights. If Williams can take that next step, then the Bulls will have a future star on their hands. One player whose impact will be huge, though, is Lonzo Ball. Ball is still recovering from knee surgery, and his future with the team is uncertain, but when he's healthy, he's a perfect fit for this roster. Ball is an elite passer with incredible court vision. His playmaking ability is something that will unlock Durant and the other offensive players on the team. Plus, Lonzo's defense and shooting are crucial for this team's success. If Ball can return to form, the Bulls will have one of the most complete rosters in the league. When you look at the Bulls' overall roster, there's a lot to be excited about. Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu, Alex Caruso, and Andre Drummond all bring something valuable to the table. The Bulls have a solid mix of young talent, proven veterans, and now, with Durant, they have one of the greatest players of all time. But the biggest question remains, can this team stay healthy and find the right chemistry? That's going to be the key to unlocking their potential. If the Bulls can stay healthy and play together as a unit, there's no reason why they can't make a deep run in the playoffs. Chicago's championship window is officially open, and with Kevin Durant on board, the Bulls are poised to challenge the elite teams in the NBA. The Eastern Conference is stacked with heavyweights like the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics, but the addition of Durant immediately puts the Bulls in that same conversation. They may not be the favorites just yet, but they are definitely in the hunt. A healthy Bulls team with Durant is a team no one is going to want to face in the postseason. In conclusion, Kevin Durant to the Chicago Bulls is a move that changes everything. It elevates the franchise, it reaffirms the Bulls' commitment to winning, and it sends a message to the rest of the NBA: the Chicago Bulls are back. Bulls Nation, get ready for an incredible season. We're on the verge of something special, and it's time to show the world that Chicago is a city of champions. Let me know what you think about this move. Drop a comment below, like the video if you're hyped for the new season, and make sure to subscribe for all the latest updates. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Bulls!